All right. How's everybody doing this morning? Can everybody hear me? And then, as always, can everybody see my screen? Just confirm, if you will, please. Yes and yeah. Got your boy clear to close today. Ryan, what's up? Hello, Elise. Good to see you. Erica, caller number 1. Not sure who you are, but welcome. All right. So today we're going to be going over luxury real estate ads and how to run an ad specifically for luxury real estate. We've gone over sellers, a type of sellers and a type of buyers ad. We've gone over how to do the open house ads last week. That, to me, again, just to kind of recap, is one of the most powerful types of ads that you can run because it's coupled with what you're going to do normally on an open house, as well as enhancing it prior to. I had a couple agents actually not around here doing that as well this weekend. So I'll let you know the results tomorrow on the next call on next Tuesday. But so today we're going to be going over specifically luxury real estate ads. Now, as you know, obviously, if you're in the luxury real estate market, or probably if you've been just around in real estate a while, you're going to come across these. We live in New Jersey. You know, the average loan size here, not even purchase price, but the average just mortgage size is about $340,000, which is over $120,000 higher than the national average. So we do live in a very expensive area. Morris County is one of the wealthiest counties in New Jersey. A lot of money floating around. You have a lot of people commuting from here to the city. So you got a lot of money in this area of the country. You know, Mountain Lakes, $1 million properties. You know, even where I'm at in Sparta, you have a lot of higher end homes. You have a lot of higher end homes in Parsippany. You know, Mendham, Morristown is growing like crazy lately. So you have these properties that are going to be coming on the market that are very high end. Typically, if it has 2 commas in it, $1 million or over, there's certain things that you want to do for that property that you wouldn't do for others. So that's what we're going to talk about today. This is a type of ad, type of strategy that I've actually bounced off of a few other realtors, some top realtors in the country who have tried it in some in the city areas, some more in rural areas as well. So this has been tested among a lot of different demographics and trying to get people in front of these $1 million properties. Now, remember, this just does about luxury property, so it doesn't have to be $1 million property. Maybe it could be, you know, something even, you know, $600,000-700,000, or it also maybe not be just $1 million property, because if you're in an area, just for example, such as Saddle River or you know, maybe Gloucester or some of those other places, Englewood Cliffs, right? Every property there is $1 million. So at that point, since that's the average price point, though, you may not be running the types of ads for those homes unless it's a $2 or $3 million property. So keep that in mind, that a luxury real estate ad, it's not just for higher end homes, but it's also for a home that stands out or that's possibly unique. Good morning, Marion. Good to see you. It's also for those unique types of properties that you have. Talking about luxury real estate ads today, specifically a strategy here that, again, bounces off a few realtors, and it's worked for them. So I'm going to teach it to you guys today and show you exactly what it is that they do. All right. So bear with me one second. Before we get started, I want to use one of your guys' ads, one of your guys' houses. Do any of you guys have something that's $1 million or over? It doesn't have to be $1 million. It could be 700,000 or 800,000, anything like that. Anyone listings, or it doesn't have to be yours. Any listing in your office that's higher end, $800,000-900,000 or higher. Just send me the address in the chat here, and that's what I'll use for the example today. Anybody? Anybody? High-end property, a high-end listing in your office. Ten Tunnelier Avenue in Denville, Tony in Montville. We'll go with the address one, 10 Tunnelier Avenue in Tunnelier in Denville. Let's see here. Tunnelier Way. check her out. 959. Better be a nice house, right? Let's look on good old Zillow here. See what we got. 10 Tonnelier Way. Ooh, this is nice. 16 room, 6 bedroom, 5.5 bath, brick front. Perfect home for me. There she is. Oh, look at that. You got all 3 on here. Or at least 2 of you in this office. Everybody's fighting tooth and nail. Almost 5,600 square feet. Yeah, it's a good size house. All right, so we'll use this one for the example here. 10 Tonnelier Way. Let's see. All right, so the first thing we're going to be doing, like we've been going over with these ads, first thing you want to do is nail down the picture of it, what you're going to put on here. Okay. Now, I do recommend getting putting some kind of text on the image itself. Let's try 2 different ones. This is a great picture here. I usually recommend doing the front of the house, especially if it's a luxury ad, unless maybe the front of the house is very, very difficult to see. It's very, very difficult to get a good picture of. At that point, maybe you want to do something like something else that stands out. Maybe there's an awesome backyard. Maybe there's a great kitchen or something along those lines. This is the kitchen here. It's a pretty sick kitchen. Let's see. All right, for the time being, we'll use this one. So we're going to save this image. You want to save the blank one, of course. I don't know if that's how it's spelled. Whatever. Save the image so that you can put text on here for when we're going to run our ad to it. So you have a finished basement in it too. Wow. Do you know? I'm just curious. Is this 5,600 square feet? I know you're not supposed to include the basement, but if it's in the basement, man, it's probably about a 7,000 square foot house. Big freaking house. All right. So let's see what we got. 6 beds, 6 baths, room. All right. So with a house like this, obviously, once you get up to that, I would say even once you get even past like 600,000 and higher, there's only so many people who can really afford a house that much, just because of not just the price point, but again, the taxes and everything else associated, the expenses in maintaining a house like that, especially in this area, you know, Morris County, where they may have a decent amount of property, so on and so forth. So it's getting a house like this on the market and getting it in front of the right buyers is obviously paramount. So is this the only way to do it? Is this the best way to do it? Maybe not necessarily, but with these luxury real estate ads, what we're going to do is we're going to take the house and we're going to be able to market it to a larger group of people, and a group of people, depending upon the property itself and what the property offers. Again, that's very, very important. Depending upon what exactly the property offers, we're going to be taking that and marketing it to people who we think would want that property or would be convenient for them to live in that particular area. Okay. I think this house has been on and off the market quite a bit, if I'm not mistaken. But right, so let's keep that up there. Again, just for the sake of ease, I'm going to be using the visual farming as the example to do the lead pages off, or the landing pages. All right. All right. So let's go back to Facebook. So we got the picture that we're going to be doing here. But remember, we're running these ads off of a business page. So if you're a realtor and you have a luxury real estate ad, I highly, highly, highly recommend running it off of your business page, or a business page that is a community page for that area. Let's say you have a page of, you know, the best of Denville, New Jersey, or luxury real estate in Morris County. If you specifically have a higher end home, I would again highly recommend that you run it off of either your business page or a business page that is specifically designed for that market. Okay. Reason it being is because you're going to be putting everything that you do built around this particular property and higher end homes like it. So you want everything that the person goes back to on Facebook to be surrounding that and giving them good information, because maybe even if they don't want that house, maybe after they've given you their information through the ad, they want another house that's similar in the area, and then you get a buyer for that anyway, okay? All right, so let's do, let's see, since it is in Denville, let's run this piece off of Parsippany Troy Hills Real Estate. This is another test page I created just for this example, okay? This is actually in Puddingstone. That's another high-end community. All right. So here's what we're going to do. For luxury real estate ad, we're not just going to run an advertisement blasting the house out there to get people's information. We're going to create an event within the page, okay? We're going to create a specific event that is going to give people a private tour of this home, okay? We want it to be exclusive. We want to be picky. We do not want everybody seeing this ad, okay? Reason being is because you don't want to pay for a lot of junk. You don't want to spend your money, run an ad out there and get a lot of people who are just interested or get 50,000 clicks on it to people who just want to see a big house, right? The majority of people who want to see a big house and want to look at the pictures can't afford it. So we want to get in front of the people who actually can. Okay, so what we're going to do here is once you have your business page, you come over here to events, okay, and create an event. All right. Of course, you're going to change the event photo. Put 10 Tunnelier, I'm probably slaughtering the pronunciation of it in there. Event name. We're going to say it's a private showing and exclusive tour. Private showing and exclusive tour. They say, why in the world are we trying to exclude people from seeing this? Don't we want as many people in front of this house as possible? Remember, this is an advertisement. So this isn't just on the internet in front of people. We're going to run this ad specifically to people sometimes out of the area. That the goal is to get appointments, specific appointments for a specific date where people are going to come through and going to tour the home. Who actually can buy it. You're going to vet these people beforehand. We're going to go through that. Okay. Location. Put the location in here. All right, and let's say we were going to do it, preferably doing it on a Saturday or Sunday is best. Most people who can afford a house like this are probably working some weekends and are busy people, so you want to make it as convenient as possible. So let's just say we're going to do it on July the 15th from 11 a.m. to 4. You say, why am I giving that much of a span? Because the goal is to get quite a bit of appointments set up for this. And of course, again, obviously, if you get people who are coming in, want to and are interested in the property, you want to be flexible. So I would recommend putting something like 10 a.m. all the way to maybe 6 or 7. Obviously, you're not going to stay at the house that time. What you're going to do is you're going to try to stack all those appointments on top of each other. Okay. But we want to give people a broad range so that they have an idea that this is wide open and they have a good amount of time of flexibility where they can actually come and have a private showing and tour the home. Okay. Category, we're going to do home. Description, just put in here, very basic. Exclusive tour of beautiful estate. One of a kind home. Risk, put something on here. Oh, thank you. Everything you want and more. For a private showing on July 15th. Okay, we're probably going to keep this nice and brief. We'll do real estate. Keywords. State. I'll have open house. For sale. We'll just put real estate on here. That's good enough. There's a couple things on here. Free admission. Yes, it is kid friendly. Tickets. We're not obviously having people do tickets. Okay. What we're going to do here probably in this URL is we'll put the landing page URL in here so that if somebody does look at this and they click, they can always register for an appointment through here as well. Okay. If you do have co-hosts, you want to add your pages on here. If you are running it off of community page like this, I would just leave this blank. Okay. Only hosts can post. You don't want anybody else doing this. Display guest list. No. Okay. Publish. Come on, baby. Here we go. All right. So here we go. We have the private showing, an exclusive tour of this home here. In the post, we're going to write something pretty lengthy about it. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to edit this a little bit. There's a lot of copy here on this. All right. We don't want this. We don't want this this much wording on here. We want details, but we want it very easy for people to read to get the idea of what this is. Please read. Come for a showing of this spectacular estate, 5,500 square feet. I want correct grammar on here. 16 rooms. Bath. Custom home. This is where we want to put a break. This is just giving a nice quick blurb. Come for a private showing of this spectacular estate, approximately 5,500 square feet, 16 rooms, 16 bedrooms, 5.5 baths, brick front, custom home. Okay. Then here we're going to put plus huge finished lower level, just a few miles to New York City train for convenient 30-mile commute. I'm going to take out this 30-mile commute and just put convenient commute. I want to keep things simple. I like the nearly 1 acre. I like that. Whoever's listening to this did a good job on this. Abundance of natural beauty and privacy. Let's put another break in here. Gas fireplace, banquet size formal dining room. All right, we're going to cut obviously some of this out. Fully flowing sun-filled rooms. We do want to talk about the kitchen. Breakfast room with custom vaulted ceiling and wall of windows, a breakfast bar, granite countertops, and high-end stainless steel appliances. So what I'm going to do is put some of this additional amenities. I'm not going to put, I'm going to take out this vinyl. A stately brick exterior, a large deck and patio, and an oversized oversized three-car garage. Okay. Come for a private showing of this spectacular estate, approximately 5,500 square feet, 16 rooms, 16 bedrooms. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to market this as a very high-end property that is listed for a discount price. There's not a lot of homes in the actual zip code of Denville that probably are this size, with including the basement. There's a lot of large, nice homes in Denville, but this is probably one of the best bang for the bucks out there. Only problem is only so many people are going to spend $900,000. So you want to market this as a $1 million property for sale under $1 million. Okay. Wealthy people are not stupid. Most wealthy people, there's different levels of wealth, right? But most wealthy people, if they can't afford a $1.2 million house, would still be happy to get one for under $1 million. They do like to save money too. So that's how we're going to market this property here. Okay. Okay. So this is what we have here as the copy, just giving you an overview of this home. Okay. So what we're going to do now, we're going to run an ad specifically drawing people to this event. The ad is not going to just draw them to the page. It's specifically going to draw them to the event itself. Okay. Now, whenever you have a high-end luxury home like this, there's got to be something unique about it that you're pitching people on. If it's got horses, maybe in the Mendham area, if it's got 18 acres, if it's got a pond on it, maybe it's got some kind of awesome feature to it, a double layered infinity pool, or whatever it may be. Maybe it's got 2 acres in, maybe if it's in Bergen County, maybe it just happens to have 2 acres of property, so it's a huge property and a very private, large property for that area that's very difficult to find. There's got to be something about the home itself that you're going to market. With a property like this, personally, if I was helping a realtor out with this particular property, I would market this as a high-end luxury $1 million home that is offered at a discounted price. That's the way I would market this itself, because it's very hard to find a home that is this nice, fully updated, under 15 years old, that has 6 beds and 6 baths in it, a full finished basement, 3-car garage, and on an acre of property, all in Morris County. Like, there's a lot of things to this home that it's very difficult to find. Property taxes are a little high, but for the house, it's not too bad. So that's the way I would market this particular property. So that's kind of how I'm going to build this ad here, just as an example. All right. So we have the event here. Now, what you can do, all right, is you can obviously you can boost this event, but we're just going to actually run an ad to draw back to this event here. Okay. So let's go to Facebook ads. All right. Right, what you want to highlight on these kind of things, again, is unique features. Now, there's a couple different options that we could choose here. Okay, do you want conversions? Do you want visits? Do you want engagement? The way we would run this is for engagement. Okay, we don't necessarily want leads. We just want a lot of people to engage on the post, because that'll create leads. So that'll be more than fine. Okay, so I'm going to name this 10. What is the name of this house? Tunnelier. Is that how you spelled it? Whatever. can also do event responses. Post engagements, fine. Page likes, event responses. For this one, I guess we'll do event responses since that's what we're doing here. All right. Now, more than likely, you're going to have to create a new audience for a higher-end luxury real estate ad like this, unless, again, you have, several multi-million-dollar homes, million-dollar homes and up all in the same location, obviously, that offer all the same things. The reason why you have to create a lot of custom audiences is because, if you're dealing with a $1.5, $2 million, $3 million home, many times, each home is very unique and offers something different for a specific buyer, okay? All right, we can do a lookalike audience, but for now we'll create a new audience. Okay. Oops. All right. Now this is in Denville, so you're gonna get a crowd. Obviously, we want to market to people in the city. We also want to market not just to people in the city, but also we want to market to people in like Hudson County, maybe even Bergen County, where somebody wants a house like that in Bergen County would be upwards to $2.5 million or higher, and wants some property along with it. So we want to market to people who would be interested in a home like that, may need to be close to the city, but could get this home at a much more discounted price. Okay. In addition to that, the other group we may want to market to is maybe people who are executives in different large city areas that may possibly be moving here to Jersey, relocating, and still want a nice lifestyle, still want to live in a nice house. Places like Philadelphia, obviously, New York, Long Island, even. If this house was in South Jersey, I would probably market to Maryland too, Baltimore, some of those other places. But we want to get people where the general population has money who can actually come and see this house. Okay. So we want to do Philadelphia. I'm going to do just a 10-mile radius. I want to do New York. New York. Again, 10-mile radius. We want to do almost say Stony Brook, New York, out in Long Island here. Again, we'll do a 10-mile radius here. We can do Hempstead, Bridgehampton, some of those other places, but we'll just stick with this for now. Right now, the potential reach is 12 million people. So, again, most people who are buying this type of house are probably not below the age of 30. In the city, it certainly is possible, especially in this area. So we'll probably stick with 30, and then we'll probably stick with 60. Generally speaking, some older person is probably not going to be relocating out here to $1 million house. All right, 30, 60. Maybe we even want to do 35. Languages, English, obviously. Obviously, if you're Spanish speaking, or if I was Korean and I actually spoke Korean, I would put that on here. All right. Want to do homeowners, likely to move, buying a house, not first-time home buyer. That would probably just get you a lot of junk. Do want to do real estate. Not starter home, not first-time home buyer grant. Luxury real estate, we definitely want to do that. Now, again, to kind of revert back to when we first started doing the ads, you can do some of those demographics to find out what the audience is. For time's sake, I won't do it, but I would recommend that if you were doing this. Relocation. See if they maybe drop. Job transfer. Let's see if they have that on here. I'm not sure if they do or not. Maybe new job. Let's see. Luxury real estate. Family household. Private school. High school, and we're going to do middle school as well. Okay, let's browse. Demographics. Click browse, go to demographics. We're going to go to interests, no. Shopping and fashion, I gotta go to demographics. Work. Job titles. I'm trying to find the, it used to be under demographics right here, but they buried it in here someplace here. Education level. You could do that if the demographic search you did, gives you that kind of an option. I'm probably not going to click millennials because I just doubt a millennial is gonna buy this home more than likely. I'm actually looking for the income amount that they make in here. It used to be one of the first ones, and they changed it here. Bear with me a second, because this is going to be very important. You don't want to select somebody who does who makes like $50,000 a year. Bear with me 1 second. Let me go find this. Bear with me. Bear with me 1 second. I got it. All right. So you do here is just type income in here. And it may take a second on here. I used to just be able to find this on here. It's made it a lot more difficult. Demographics, home, parents, foster, relationship, work, behaviors, consumer classification. No. Engage shoppers. No. You want income. I just did one of these the other day. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just gonna look it up. Oh. Oh, here we go. Apparently it's popular search. It should allow me to do this, but it also should allow you to do it by net worth. High net worth individual. There we go. Interesting. That's interesting. I actually stumped myself, which is rare, but it says we're good friends. It's actually something I'm gonna have to figure out here. Here we go. So sometimes, and what I did here is I just started typing in a bunch of this stuff. It may take a little while, but it starts to suggest some of these things to you, these numbers on here. Okay? It may take a little while. So I'm putting this stuff on here. There's another one I just saw here. Luxury lifestyle. High spenders behaviors, sure, we want that on there, right? We don't want a student. Take that, $1 million there. Let's see if it'll do it now. Nope. Just keep adding the demographics up here of higher net worth individuals. It's crazy that Facebook can actually even analyze this information here to find out roughly what your net worth is. Everything else is lower end. We could do this one here. 500, 749, why not? Over 3 million. We could even do that one. Highly likely investors, probably not, because this really isn't going to be something that you're going to be investing in. Here we go. Again, continue to add some of this high net worth individuals, these suggestions that it puts in here, because that's going to weed out a lot of nonsense. Again, see how our reach down here, if you look, has dropped down to 37,000 people on here. Okay, you do not want 100,000 people. You probably don't even want 50. You probably want maybe about 20 to 30,000 people on here. Okay, surprising it's even that high, to be perfectly honest, but. Modern luxury lifestyle. It's more of an interest. We don't want people who are necessarily interested in it. We want people who are in the demographics. Luxury life, likely to move. I keep suggesting UK on here because I'm not in the. So we got a lot of high net worth individuals. Now it's increased to 80, probably because it's probably getting in front of more wealthy people, which is not necessarily a bad thing. All right, so that's good enough for the time being. So again, what are we doing? We're targeting 3 main city areas. We're targeting Long Island, we're targeting Philadelphia, and we're targeting New York for here. Could you target New Jersey in the interior as well? Yes, you could. However, I'd recommend doing some of the outlying areas, because more than likely you probably marketed this pretty well here in New Jersey, so you don't just necessarily want people who are who have already seen it over and over and over again. All right, or you've already had somebody to buy the place. Okay. All right, so we're going to save that. All right, we don't want automatic placements. We specifically want Facebook feeds. We don't even want the right column. Okay. You only want it on the feed. I don't care about it having in the right column widget over here. Nobody ever looks, okay? So we just want it on the feed as people are scrolling through. That's what we want. We don't want it on Instagram. Daily budget, I would do about $20 for something like this. I would do about $20 for something like this. About 80,000 people if we do this for a week. Of course, you want to do start and stop. Event response, that's what we want here, is we want people responding to the event, okay? So we're going to continue this. All right. Then we're going to choose a Facebook page. We did, where is it? Choose a Facebook page. Here we go, single image. We're going to do this one here. All right, this is the Facebook event we want it to. Boom, right here. So the post you're sharing cannot be loaded. Recently deleted. I don't think so. Let's go back to our pages here. I see what happened. I'm just going to copy this event over to this page because it'll run better a little bit because it has more demographics. Otherwise, Facebook's going to shut me down here. Isn't going to let me run it to there. Tour. Here. We're going to do July 15th. Let's see. Just go back here. I want to fix something real quick. All right, we're all set. All right, so we're going to run it from this page here. Put the picture in here. All set. Have it showing. Click the event that you're going to run it to. Okay. And then whatever page you put on there originally, or whatever picture you put on here, that's obviously what's going to show up. So if you did have a picture with text on it, that's what you want to put in here. Not the regular picture of the house, but the one with the text in it, okay? All right, the text that you put up on here, private showing exclusive tour, this beautiful state, one of a kind, you want to shorten that a little bit. You want to put click below to to register for a private showing. That's all we're going to put on here. And this is what it's going to look like when it shows up on people's news feed here. Okay. So we do on here, what's the purpose of this? Now you say, what's the difference between running an ad like this as opposed to a regular real estate ad? This particular ad, as I've chosen the net worth of individuals, their income brackets, what their interests are, what their spending habits are, all those different things have narrowed down our audience. You want typically under 100,000 people. I recommend between like 30 and 50 if you can get it. If you're running to areas like New York, the population is going to be much, much greater because you have a much larger population that is wealthier, if that makes sense. So that being said, this particular ad, as it goes running around there, only the people who are in those demographics are going to see this. That's it. Those are the only people who are likely to move, who have interest in real estate, who are homeowners already, who have a net worth of at least, $700 to $900 to $2 million to $3 million. Only those people are actually going to see these ads. So the vast majority of people who are still in those demographics are not. Only they're going to actually see these types of ads. As a tip, you want to go for demographics. You don't necessarily want to go for interest. You can do like spending habits and demographics because those people, if they're spending that kind of money on a regular basis, they probably have it, maybe not. But you don't want to go with people who have those types of interests. You want to go with the people who actually fit in that demographic of people who Facebook has actually analyzed their situation and actually can see that they have that type of net worth, that level, okay? Otherwise, you're going to get people who are interested in luxury but maybe don't have a dime to spend on it. Okay, so again, when you're searching those demographics and creating that audience, you want to go for demographic and spending habits. Demographic and spending habits. Okay, this is how it looks on the desktop here. This is how to look on the mobile. Okay, so once they click on this, it'll go straight to that event that you're sponsoring. Okay, and if they're interested, they can like, comment, or whatever. Now, what we can do here, right? Is if we were going to sponsor this, okay, which we're going to blast this out here. If you wanted to create a separate landing page, you could create a separate landing page as well. This is nice and easy for people because they're going to click on it and they're going to register directly for your event. Now, what you could do aside from that is create a landing page like we've been doing for the past 3 sessions, is create a landing page for this and embed the landing page in here as well, to where when they click on it, it automatically directs them to the landing page as well. You can shorten the link with Bitly and put that right in here at the title to where they can click that instead of just clicking on this and redirecting to your Facebook page. Put the link in here so when they click on the link, it pulls them away to a landing page that maybe you want to have a special video of yourself introducing the property or something along those lines, like we've been going over. So that's again a good strategy to run for some of these luxury real estate houses that you guys may have as listings. A couple guys who I work with, there's a guy out in Missouri, a couple of other guys out in California who do, typically speaking, anything $1 million, 1.2 and up, who do this on a regular basis, and that's given them a lot of success. So you want to take your Facebook page, first of all, create the event, pick the property you're going to do, create the event, and then create an ad that is going to run people back to the event. If you want to put a landing page in there, I do recommend it. You don't have to, though. They've had success on both as well. So creating the ad that runs back to the event for a specific private showing. What you want to do is you want to call these people, find out where they're at, find out what their goals are, find out why they're interested in this particular property, and then schedule them for that time. That way, what's the purpose of this? The purpose is to be very efficient with our time with these particular types of houses so that we're not running people around and vetting them. We already know that Facebook has done a lot of that job for us in specifically picking people who are in that net worth and that wealth range that can actually afford this house. So when you get these leads in from an ad like this, you know that more than likely you have a very well qualified buyer or somebody who actually, are they interested? Possibly, possibly not. Maybe they're looking in the area. But again, if they're looking in this area and they were interested in viewing, having a private show of this house, they're probably looking for another house similar to that area, so that can generate you some higher end buyers as well. All right. So I hope this was helpful. I'm going to, again, obviously this is recorded. So I'm going to post this in the group later on. If you have questions on maybe how to run this for a particular house that you guys have, or for the office, or I don't know, there's a couple callers on this webinar here who I don't know the names on here, but if you do have a specific property, say, man, it's on the lake, or it has this feature, that feature, how do I market these particular features to market that property or that feature of that property on these ads? Give me a call or shoot me a message or something. I'd definitely be willing to help you out with that as much as I can. All right. So again, that's how to do the luxury real estate ads. You could do the luxury real estate ad running it back to an event on the Facebook page, not just for luxury real estate, for really anything you wanted to. Say one of the most common questions I've been asked is, should you do an event like this or an ad for an event for an open house? I say no, because more than likely you're just going to pay to get a bunch of traffic that you could have paid money to do it a different way, such as we did when we were giving away like the Echo Dot or something like that, an incentive to get them to come. More than likely, when you create an event and you splash people out there, they're not as likely to commit to it if it's nothing special. And why would you be creating a private showing or anything like that for just any open house? So I really only recommend this for a higher end property, and that's why. So again, if you have any questions, I'll be here for a couple minutes. Other than that, have a great day. And any questions later on, please post them in the group. Thanks, guys.